Hello, I'm Pastor Joe, and I want to welcome you back to Sailing Discipleship. And today, I want to take a look at my tool bag. We're still doing a lot of work on this boat, so I've put together a toolkit to keep on the boat, so I don't have to carry all of my tools back and forth. I still bring my drills and stuff like that from home. Now, I have a little bit different approach than a lot of people. I buy a lot of my tools for the boat at places like Harbor Freight. I understand the quality, but on a boat they're either going to rust or they're going to fall overboard. And so for most of the tools, I'm okay with the lower quality that I might get at a place like Harbor Freight or other places. I've had good luck with them. They've always done what I've wanted and what I expected, and they're much cheaper than that too. If there are things that I think require more precision and whatnot, then I'll just bring a tool from my shop at home. So I've been trying to do some research. What needs to go into a tool bag on a boat? So this is what I've put together. It is constantly changing and being upgraded. But let me show you what I brought, and feel free to leave comments below of what else you would add, or some things maybe I've got that aren't so necessary. So to begin with, I picked up a tool bag from Harbor Freight, very inexpensive. I don't know, it's a 15 or 16 inch bag. It was under 12 bucks, I believe. But it's really handy. It's got 6 outside pockets and a couple of inside ones, and so I think that helps with organization. On the outside pockets, on this side, I've got all of my plier type of things. I got some needle nose, some regular pliers, and some I don't know what you call those, side cutter pliers. But so far this has given me all of these types of tools that I need, and they store really handily. On the front side, I've got my pocket knife, and usually there is a flashlight in there. I'm not sure what I did with that, but there should be a flashlight in there as well. I've got a razor cutter, razor blade, which comes in handy. I keep some paracord. And then there is, I don't know what you call these things, but I got them to work on the, to help remove clips from like winches and stuff. Haven't had to need those yet. So I did pick up a small thing of screwdrivers. I don't really like this one. It's too big. You only need a few, but there are times when having some of the small, particularly the Phillips head and the flathead, I guess, too, come in handy getting into some very small areas for some small screws. Again, this is bigger than I like. I'm not sure how well they're going to hold up, but it's what I could find on that day. I have a small ratchet set. This is actually one I use on my bicycles, but it's on the boat right now and in my tool bag. I haven't had a lot of need for it, so that one's I'm still kind of undecided. But it's small, so if you're in small places, but it's also for kind of small pieces as well. Like 13 millimeter, I think, is the largest socket on there. I do keep a roll of blue tape. This has proven very handy. I need to add some duct tape to the mix, but this I've used a lot here recently in particular. I did pick up one of these small calipers. It's plastic, so it's not going to rust. And for measuring lines and bolts and stuff, it's perfect. Doesn't have to be overly precise for what I'm doing, because as long as it's close, I know the correct size that I'm looking for. Zip ties, you can never have enough zip ties. I don't care if you're on a bicycle or a boat or where, that is important. Screwdrivers, regular size screwdrivers. I bought a set, a package when I was at Harbor Freight. Overkill probably. I do like these two little small ones. They're a good size in terms of the heads on them, but for some small areas and whatnot, they're short. They work great. This gives me some larger size of both flathead and Phillips head, and it gives them different sizes. So again, you're going to need those. I have a couple of different sizes of adjustable wrenches, 3 different sizes, and so that'll help fit a variety of usage and whatnot. A pair of vice grips. There are times in my life, at least, that if nothing else works, just squeeze some vice grips on it and tear it apart, and you'll get your way with it. A hammer. What else? There are times I've needed that to drive some pins out of some things, larger pins that I could not get to. Then I've got both a metric and a standard set of box wrenches and open end wrenches. And what I've done is, instead of keeping them in their plastic container that they come in, I just took a piece of paracord and ran it through the box end side of the wrenches and then just tied a square knot. So I've got the standard size and the metric size, and so if you need one, you just find it. You can undo that square knot easily, and then they are you got it, and you can put it back together quickly. But it keeps them together so they're easy to find and they're not just falling all over the place. Now, the one thing I don't have in here is a regular size, full size socket set, like for the spark plug wrench for the outboard. I will be getting those. I just don't have those yet. I've got a set in my bag that I carry back and forth from my house to here. I just don't have that with me today, but eventually that will also go in the shop. So that is what I have found useful for me working on the boat. Most of our sailing is day sailing. We'll do some overnight things, but I think this will give me most of what I need. Is there something I'm missing? Is there something you would add? I'd be curious to know. Well, I want to thank you for joining me in this video, and as we talk about the tools to carry on a sailboat, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Sailing Discipleship.